Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the Saturday show keeping you in the know, which is called The Grind Show. And just to explain if you don't know already, The Grind Show is a collection of information that is going to be happening in the current or next week, including you keeping up to date with stuff that's going on, things you should prepare for, and ending with a quick tip or thing that you should prepare yourself for the next week. A lot of the information comes from Dan at Frontline MCOC, and you should make sure that this site is your homepage because it will update you with all that information about MCOC, from tracking of basic arenas, rewards like 6-star crystals that are coming in, you name it, Dan covers it. And you can follow Dan as well on at Frontline MCOC on Twitter as we go over his amazing MCOC calendar. Normally at the start of the show we talk about Saturday and Sunday. Gotta be brutally honest, there's not much going on. This is a really good opportunity for players to keep up and grind content that they may have not done. For the 4 quests you've got to do, which is 28 runs times 4 in the side event, that may be a good opportunity. But at the same time, if you're looking to acquire some last minute units for July, 4th deals, and as well, get on with some content you haven't done, then this would be a really good opportunity. Some permanent content to tackle, and as well doing some current monthly based events. Now, yes, indeed, we kick off really properly on the 28th of June, which is the Monday. On Monday, as a lot of you know, the Black Ice market resets, and for those that are looking to buy themselves a 6-star featured, you may want to think about the next time it resets, because it resets on the Tuesday. So that's something to mention. It's very, very important for those that grind it. Also, for those interested, it is the Tier 4 Basic Arena returning, but also it's going to be the second round for Luke Cage and for Overseer, so that's something to bear in mind with those arena resets. It could be a very important time for you to go, am I grabbing some arena grinding? Am I going to be getting myself a Luke Cage, a low grind to get that champion? Maybe a possibility. Overseer, lack of hype. You'll have to see about the results. Tune into Marvel Contest Champions News on Monday for the results and see where that champion charts. And also it is AQ Enlistment. Yes. By the time this video comes out, we may be at the end of our AQ, or coming to the end, but a little bit of a break over the weekend sees it start to enlist again on the Monday with going live. On the Tuesday, yes, Tuesday comes on mostly once a week. It does, because that's like a week, and it's the British Day of Chewing, Tuesday. And yeah, indeed, a new 6-star featured's coming to town. And Dan at Frontline MCOC has got you covered. This is why you should go and follow, have this as a homepage, follow him on Twitter as well for that info, because he's got that info. Even putting in right here that the runtime or the running of this will be Mangog, Odin, Jabari Panther, Silver Centurion, Shang-Chi, and Mr. Negative. That may be a quite well sought out crystal, and definitely will be something that players will be interested to grab. Will you be one of them? Make sure to put in the comment section. Are you definitely going to be going for a Shang-Chi, Mr. Negative type combo, which I think would be kind of cool. I think Shang-Chi, Odin for me personally, I would target, but I just feel like because I'm not a massive fan of Mangog, and then there's some others to dodge as well. Jabari Panther, I'd love a Jabari Panther. But in any case, moving on, what else is coming on Tuesday? Well, Super Skrull is entering into the basic. Yes, indeed, for those that like Super Skrull. And I can imagine there will be people out there, I'm not 100% sure who those might be, but I'm sure that people will want the delightful Super Skrull added to their roster. Yeah, so he does have some usages. But also, this is a day where AQ begins. So yes, it's not just a day of, Super Skrull's entering in. It's also a day that AQ kind of kicks off. So that will be next Tuesday. So make use of your roster availability, as Dan puts. Now moving on to Wednesday, what is going down on this day? Well, it's not new content day. A lot of us would have hoped that, and I think maybe Kabam are taking some holiday time, in which the reason that they've kind of extended out the period of this, what feels to be like a longer summertime period of grind. Now, one thing to mention is that we have got milestone resets. Yes, that does reset, which is going to be good within the time frame, but also that we're going to have to wait a little bit of time when it comes to the top zone bonuses, which, let's face it, a lot of people like grabbing, including myself. I will be grinding a lot more incursions. But what else is coming on for Wednesday? Well, in this kind of no new content type of time, it is the Castle Rifts of Doom And as well, the Storm the Castle Arena that has got its final week. Yes, indeedy. It's important to get your grind on because we go into a very kind of tight time frame of 7 days. That's right. So as soon as Wednesday hits, it does mean you will have 7 days from Wednesday to do everything that may be on the slate to do. Do bear in mind I'm recording this on a Thursday in order to post at the weekend, so it just kind of explains the time frames with that. So get your grind on with that. And also, it is going to be your Summer of Pain Week 3. As Summer of Pain kicks off, it's important for Cavalier players to get the grind in as much as possible, especially with the objectives and as well the point gathering system being so tight on the time frame to grab. For Thronebreaker players, this extends a little bit longer, and as this event now will run for at least another 7 weeks, another 3 to 4 weeks. I think it's something like 5 weeks. I think it's an 8-week period of runtime. Either way, the main thing to say is look to August to when you receive, or earlier August, or kind of early August type time frame for you to be picking up any kind of reward. So that's something to bear in mind. Yes, it might be good to see Summer of Pain and see all that lovely stuff for those that can do it. And that's the other thing. A lot of lower players haven't had any opportunity for anything like that, which is big sag. But it is what it is. And yes, further milestones need to be grabbed. Objectives will go live very soon, and that will see you have hopefully some more stuff to take home. On to Thursday now, and it's hard to say what is going to go down with the arena. First of all, it's going to be Colossus as the basic, but who is going to be the lead champion? Will it indeed be the buff champions that might be coming in? But that time frame doesn't exactly work out to be correct. But we all know who the buff champions are going to be. So it'll either be a Selector or a different type of featured going in next week. So look out for that. But we definitely know that the basic is going to be Colossus. This will be a hard-fought grind. I am actually interested myself of picking up a 6-star Awakening, so it might be more interesting for me to go for a grind to get Colossus from the basic. I'm still thinking about that if I want to devote the time to grab the champion, because it will kind of like chop into a lot of planning time I have for wedding stuff, and as well as some commitments and projects that I've got ongoing with some sponsorship things. So we'll have to see, but those are the things. We have to budget in time frames as much as possible. It'd be interesting to see where Luke Cage goes soon, and as well the round 2 for Spider-Gwen when the results come out, which should be by the time this video has gone live. Okay, Friday the 3rd of July. What is so important about this day? Well, this is going to be the launch day, hopefully, for more info on the next month events. We already know that Hercules and America Chavez are going to be the 2 champions that are going to be released, but we don't know anything about the events. That's going to be the big update information, which will likely be on the 3rd of July. This is also a very huge day because it is something very special. And that special thing is going to be the July 4th deals. You might be thinking, well, it's July 3rd, or July 4th? What is it? The fact is, how this will work is it will be a July Independence Weekender. I mean, what do they call it? The July 4th Spectacular, Weekend Spectacular or something. So let's face it, it's going to be a weekend event similar than how it's been before, rather than being on the exact day. And the usual things is unit-based deals or spending deals. It's up to you whether or not you want to spend on the game, and it's up to you whether or not you want to spend your units on anything in particular. We'll be covering a lot of stuff of that on the channel, so expect a lot of videos and content. And I will be, grading. I'll be looking at stuff, looking at values, and I'm still at a point now where I'm kind of like 10% interested in spending, unless there's something that's a good deal there. And even then, I probably only buy like the one thing if I was going to, depending on the unit deals. If the unit deals are good, then I'm sure that'll entice some players for it. And that's where we're going to leave this with the top tip in preparation for July 4th. Okay, top tip of the week, or top grind preparation tip of the week, has to be all about unit acquisition, final last ditch attempts to grab as many units as possible that you can then use for things like July 4th if you're interested. There'll be 1k bundles, and it is definitely possible if you apply yourself to an arena grind and as well as a schedule of grind when it comes to current events, that you can grab what you can get a better number of units in order to prepare. So is it possible to get 1,000 a week? It's definitely possible if you do an extensive arena grind, but as well if you balance it a little bit between grinding out some of the stuff right here. We're just doing, what I'm doing is I do a lot of auto fighting into lower content. I have 100% of cav uncollected, and then when it comes to lower stuff, I like to kind of like get a little bit of grind, especially when it comes to normal. because a lot of the times doing the first and second of this is like very much case auto fight, leave it on and it grabs the units. It does mean that you can grab some nice stuff. The same thing with doing heroic, and the same thing with doing master, especially for the early sections. And the thing is, you may say to yourself like, okay, well, I've done that. What do I do next? Where do I get some more units? And again, as I said, the option is doing that or to look to older content. A few people have said to me like, oh, you should be grinding the classics for things like revives and health potions, and I do agree with that. That's good, especially because a lot of the event quest stuff, I'm not seeing that too many times, like revives and as well having health potions there. So I've been doing a lot of like grinding in lower stuff, in particular a lot of arachnid action, and I've just started doing a little bit elsewhere. And again, the same principle is the same thing with the event quest, is going, okay, well, I can grab some extra units by grinding out these things on auto fighting. So that's really what I've been doing. Yes, I've been trying to kind of like hunt for things like more revives and health potions, more so with the revives. But I've been having a good time just doing this the lower classic stuff, but also grabbing units. There's not a huge amount on offer, but at the same time, it adds up. And as well, there's lower stuff similar to the normal and heroic and all the other things, where there's one energy tile spent. And because they're very much low path grinds, it becomes interesting of value just to have this auto fighting in the background. So that's really my my top tips there, is to do that. And again, a combination between doing some of the summoner trials and lower type of arenas for your grind, which, you know, I'm managing to do a good amount, but I am balancing between recording this video, other content, editing, sponsorship deals, and, you know, trying to plan a wedding, which is nearing completion. So yeah, lots of stuff on, and yeah, that's just my top tip when it comes to like preparation, last minute preparation for July 4th. I'll probably do a separate video about the variant grind, which I might have already posted up by Thursday. But in any case, that has been it. That's been the Marvel Contest. No, it's not the news. That's been the grind show. Well, it's the Marvel Contest Champions news grind show, whatever it is. Anyway, so that's been the grind show. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.